Hi, how y'all doing? It's Friday, October 23rd, 24th. 24th. I was supposed to have my heart cath today, but that didn't happen. My Sally passed away last night, around about 11:30. I didn't really look at any of the comments on either of those two videos until recently, and I hadn't had the fortitude to answer any of them, but I very much appreciate them. I found the one about how somebody said she is absolutely suffering and needs to be put down, like I don't know my dog. I understand the sentiment, but I know dogs. I know dogs very well. I've been around dogs ever since I was knee-high to a Chihuahua. I don't know if I was ever that little. But we had dogs when my folks brought me home from the hospital, and I've been around them ever since. And I'm actually quite good with dogs. I get dogs. I prefer dogs to people in most cases. I had this dog, my little Toot Toot, my Sally, for almost 12 years. I knew when she was in pain. I knew when she wasn't feeling good. And she damn sure wasn't feeling good. But I guess maybe because of the hemp chews that I had for her, she wasn't in a whole lot of pain. Maybe some now and again. But the hemp chews kept her mostly pain-free, and they helped her sleep. There, about the last 10 minutes or so, it got kind of rough. She was really stressed out, and she was really scared. But it got to a point where she just pretty much faded away. In my arms, on the floor, and I'm not ashamed to say that this big 6'4", barrel-chested, occasionally kind of tough Polish dude laid there last night and bawled like a baby over that dog. I spent the good portion of the day today digging a grave. You hear the ambulance chopper. It's got a distinct sound. It's a turboprop, I think, is what it is. Anyway, I spent most of the first part of the day digging a grave. I have very, very meager physical means, and I had two different shovels. I had a garden trowel scoop, and I had an axe to get through the roots because I couldn't pound through them with either of my feet. And I'd dig a little bit and then go sit down. Dig a little bit and go sit down. But I finally got about 2 feet down in the right circumference. I like to dig down deep because of scavengers. We have a lot of them. We have foxes, we have raccoons, we have coyotes. I've never seen one, but I've been told that they are indeed here in this area. and especially coyotes would dig her up. So I like to bury them down deep when I have to bury. I don't like to bury, but when I absolutely have to, I bury them down deep. It is always an extremely stressful and painful experience to have to bury an animal or anything of that nature. Because like I said, they're not, never have been, never will be just pets to me. They're my family. They're my friends. And I've, like I said, I've had Sally, almost 12 years, and losing her was very, 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 very hard. She represents her and the cat. The cat is the last piece of representation to the family I thought I was building and that I would have. And once the cat is gone, the beginnings of what I thought I was starting will be all gone. And probably stuff that a lot of people don't think about, but it's the kind of thing that I sit and I just keep going over in my head, And she was such a sweet little dog. I've got so many great memories with her. And I don't have the heart right now to pick up her bed or pick up her dish, I left it down. I didn't bury her until Joey got home. He wanted to be a part of it. He wanted to say goodbye. So I waited for him to get home and had the grave dug. And he and I, we pulled into the yard, and I told him, I says, she's gone, kiddo. And he took it well, but he just sank. So we walked out to the back property and picked some wildflowers, more or less weeds, but some of them are pretty. They smell nice. Pretty golden yellow wildflowers. And they fit her because she, in her youth was a pretty honey goldy brown. She faded as an old lady and was a little bit more gray. But they suited her. So we went and picked some wildflowers and set them down, and then I went in the house and got her, and we took her out back and put her in the ground next to Socks and Cooper, the other two dogs that my wife and I had together. She had them just before she and I met, and Sally came to us later, but they were our original 3 pups. And she is now next to them. Put her in the grave, and Joey and I, just before I laid her in the grave, we both said our goodbyes and gave her one more. Oh my Lord, I'm getting a phone call. I have to make a part 2.